they informed Canelo Alvarez that he indeed is going to have 90 days, the next 90 days to make a decision if he's in.
David Benavidez successfully defending his WBC interim super middleweight title means he's inclined to fight Canelo, the current undisputed super middleweight champion, soon. But with Canelo Alvarez time and time again refusing to fight Benavidez, it looks like his time is up and he'll be stripped of his belt if he doesn't accept a fight with Benavidez.
Benavidez, I believe that he will stick with what he said, which is that he is not going to fight Mexican fighters. So what does that leave for Canelo moving forward? It has a large possibility that he could get stripped.
So, will Canelo Alvarez be pressured into fighting David Benavidez in 2024? Will he lose his undisputed title status if he refuses to fight the Mexican monster? There's a shocking update, and it looks like Canelo will ultimately accept the fight with David Benavidez. Stick around and watch right till the end to find out what we're talking about. Canelo Alvarez finds himself in a tight spot. After David Benavidez successfully defended his WBC interim super middleweight title last week, a showdown with Canelo Alvarez is getting closer and closer. Benavidez has long wanted to fight Canelo, but Canelo has always avoided a fight with the Mexican monster, giving one excuse or another. Canelo Alvarez addressed the topic of fighting David Benavidez and his stance on not fighting fellow Mexican boxers on various occasions. Alvarez, in his own words, stated that his reluctance to fight other Mexican boxers stems from his representation of Mexico. He expressed that his preference to avoid fighting fellow Mexicans is because he feels a sense of national camaraderie. However, he clarified that he is willing to fight anyone and has done so throughout his career. This statement came a few months back amidst accusations that he has been ducking David Benavidez.
When I say I don't want to fight Mexican, it's because I represent Mexico, but I don't care. I fight anybody, and I fight my entire.
David Benavidez has been vocal in challenging Alvarez, bolstering his claim with a string of impressive victories, including a notable win over Demetrius Andrade last week. Benavidez's aggressive style and his recent performances have made him a compelling potential opponent for Alvarez. In response to Benavidez's callouts, Alvarez dismissed the notion that he was avoiding the fight due to Benavidez's Mexican heritage. Instead, he pointed to Benavidez's track record, suggesting that Benavidez has yet to prove himself at the level required to warrant a fight with him. Alvarez mentioned Benavidez's father talking a lot, but emphasized that Benavidez has accomplished nothing, referring to his record and questioning his qualifications for a match. Alvarez also addressed the claim that Benavidez is seeking a fight with him purely for a payday. He implied that Benavidez's motivations are financially driven, a common accusation in the boxing world when lesser-known fighters challenge established champions. However, it looks like Canelo can no longer make an excuse, and he will have to fight Benavidez no matter what. As of now, Canelo faces a ticking clock to finalize a fight with David Benavidez, a situation that has garnered significant attention in the boxing world. This development comes amid a backdrop of ongoing debates and speculations about Alvarez's willingness to face Benavidez, a formidable opponent who has been vocal in challenging the Mexican superstar.
This fight with Andrade, why? Why him?
The fight that we're trying to get was with Canelo Alvarez. Is a fight that I rightfully earned. I'm the #1 contender for the WBC belt. He didn't want to give me the fight, so now we look for the next best thing.
The World Boxing Council, WBC, has reportedly given Canelo Alvarez a limited time frame to agree to a fight with David Benavidez. This ultimatum is a significant move by the WBC, as it puts pressure on Alvarez to face a challenger who many believe he has been avoiding. Canelo has just 90 days to begin contract negotiations with Benavidez's team and finalize a fight date, preferably by 2024. The deadline is seen as a way to ensure that top contenders like Benavidez get their deserved opportunity to compete for the title.
They informed Canelo Alvarez that he indeed is going to have 90 days, the next 90 days to make a decision if he's in.
Canelo Alvarez, known for his strategic approach to selecting opponents, has faced criticism for allegedly avoiding certain fighters. The directive from the WBC to negotiate with Benavidez puts Alvarez in a position where he must confront these accusations head-on. A failure to comply with the WBC's order could lead to significant repercussions, including the possibility of being stripped of his WBC title. Blue Blood Sports TV, a popular YouTube channel covering the drama, offered its opinions on this situation. They highlighted the importance of this potential fight, not just for the careers of both boxers, but also for the sport of boxing. The host emphasizes that a fight between Alvarez and Benavidez would be a highly anticipated matchup, drawing attention from boxing fans worldwide. A fight between Canelo Alvarez and David Benavidez is more than just a contest for a title. It's a clash of styles, personalities, and legacies. Alvarez, with his experience and status as a boxing icon, faces a young, hungry challenger in Benavidez, who is eager to prove himself on the biggest stage. This fight has the potential to be a defining moment in both their careers.
Stop chasing Canelo, bro. You feel me? The man don't look like he want to fight you. You feel me? That fight right there can be one of those ones that, can really get...
The pressure is now squarely on Canelo Alvarez to respond to the WBC's directive. His decision will be closely scrutinized, as it will reflect not only on his career, but also on his legacy as a fighter. Avoiding the fight could damage his reputation, while accepting the challenge could lead to one of the most exciting matchups in recent boxing history. Now, in a recent interview, David Benavidez's father, Jose Benavidez Sr., shared his thoughts on the potential fight between his son and Canelo Alvarez. His comments provide insight into their camp's perspective on this highly anticipated matchup. Jose Benavidez Sr. expressed immense confidence in his son's abilities, especially following David's victory over Demetrius Andrade. He described the fight as easier than expected, attributing this to David's hard work and dedication. Benavidez Sr. emphasized that they had studied Andrade's style and were prepared for his approach, which ultimately led to David's dominant performance. Regarding a fight with Canelo Alvarez, Benavidez Sr. was clear about their desire for this matchup. He believes that David has proven himself as one of the best in the 168-pound division, and that a fight against Canelo is what everyone wants to see. He stated that they are earning their respect and are ready to face the best, including Canelo. Benavidez Sr. seemed to question whether Canelo would be willing to accept the fight with David. He suggested that if Canelo wants to be remembered as one of the greatest and make history, he has to face fighters like David. He implied that avoiding such a fight might impact Canelo's legacy.
I don't think the Canelo fight is going to happen. It's a mandatory. I don't think he doesn't want to fight David. He doesn't want to pass the torch over to David. I think Canelo, man, it's at the end of his career. He will never face the Mexican.
Benavidez Sr. also talked about their willingness to take on other challenging fights, mentioning names like Bivol and Beterbiev, indicating their readiness to face tough opponents. He expressed a certain level of indifference towards whether the Canelo fight happens, stating that David is young and they will continue to seek big fights regardless. When asked about potential roadblocks on the way to a fight with Canelo, Benavidez Sr. seemed unfazed. He reiterated their focus on working hard and staying busy, indicating that they are prepared for any challenges that may arise in securing big fights. Benavidez Sr. also briefly addressed the possibility of fighting David Morrell, expressing a lack of interest in that matchup. He questioned Morrell's record and level of competition, suggesting that David would easily defeat him. Towards the end of the interview, Benavidez Sr. shared his plans for a well-deserved vacation after a period of intense training and fights. This moment of personal reflection highlighted the dedication and hard work that the Benavidez camp puts into preparing for their bouts. The boxing world is closely watching the drama between Canelo and Benavidez. With Benavidez doing his part to secure a fight with Canelo, the drama between the two Mexicans only gets more intense from here. If Alvarez agrees to fight Benavidez, it would not just be a highly anticipated match. It would be a collision of two distinct boxing philosophies. Alvarez, with his refined skill set and vast experience, represents the pinnacle of boxing finesse and strategic acumen. On the other hand, Benavidez, known for his height, reach advantage, and aggressive fighting style, embodies the raw, unbridled power and ambition of a rising star. Benavidez has proven himself as a formidable boxer, with a track record of impressive victories that have steadily built his reputation. His ability to draw significant attention, coupled with his potential to generate high pay-per-view numbers, makes this fight a lucrative opportunity for both fighters and promoters. For Alvarez, this fight is an opportunity to silence critics who accuse him of avoiding challenging opponents. For Benavidez, it's a chance to dethrone a boxing icon and establish himself as the new face of the super middleweight division.
I got 3 WBC belts right here. I'm the best in the division. If they want to give me an opportunity now or later, I'm gonna keep winning. You know, like I said, I'm gonna be the greatest in my generation. But
should Alvarez choose to avoid the fight, the consequences could be far-reaching. The most immediate impact would be on his reputation. Alvarez, who has meticulously built a career on taking on and overcoming various challenges, could face criticism for not accepting what many consider a rightful challenge. Being stripped of the WBC title for not complying with the order to fight Benavidez would be a significant blemish on his otherwise stellar career. Moreover, avoiding the fight could raise questions about the integrity of his path as the undisputed champion. Alvarez's legacy is built on facing and defeating the best, and sidestepping a worthy contender like Benavidez could tarnish that legacy. It would also give credence to the narrative that Alvarez strategically picks opponents to maintain his dominance. The boxing world is now in a state of heightened anticipation as Canelo Alvarez faces a critical decision. Will he rise to the challenge posed by David Benavidez, or will he navigate around it, potentially impacting his legacy? The next 90 days are crucial, not just for Alvarez and Benavidez, but for the sport of boxing as a whole. So what do you think? Will Canelo accept the offer to fight David Benavidez, or will he find another excuse and avoid the Mexican monster? Let us know in the comments. That's it for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the bell for the latest notifications so that you never miss out on videos like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.